Now look at this email from Thomas. Wow. Like, I'll show you what we worked on in a second, but he added 13 yards to his hybrid 3, going from 180 yards to 193. Now, I've been seeing a lot of comments all about hybrid, and in particular from Ross and Jerry here on the channel, because there's so many instances where we want to use a hybrid, right? Take this, 12th here at Mottram Hall, long par 4, we use it as our second shot, as our potential chance of hitting the green. Also, like the 11th, long par 3s, 2 key areas on this golf course, and I'm sure you've got them too. So what we're going to do is we're going to identify what we want to avoid, what we want to do, and how we're going to do it. And you're going to add at least 13 yards to your hybrid too. Now, I know there are a ton of videos here on YouTube all about hybrid, but honestly, no waffle here, exactly what you need to know. So first thing we're trying to avoid, and have a look at this from player cam, right? When you look down on your hybrid, there doesn't look a lot of loft, does there? It looks quite a flat face. So the urge here, what we're trying to avoid, is you sort of leaning back and trying to scoop it. Now, you may have some success getting it in the air, but in reality, it's going to be a little bit hit and miss. So here's going to be a slow-mo on the screen right now of me showing you what to avoid, because you can see that I don't transfer my weight into my left side and my hands are a little bit behind that ball at impact. You've got to trust the tech that's in this club. It's designed like this, so when you hit it properly, it does the work for you. Okay, this is what we want to do. Now what we're trying to do is have that concept of hitting down on that golf ball and getting our weight transferred through. You did hear me right, I said hitting down. Now, we don't have to think about it as a lot. What I want you to think about, if this is our golf ball here, most of us start swinging up and sort of catch the ball sort of halfway up, maybe a little bit topped, even a little bit heavy. What I want you to have the concept is that the club's going to come crashing down a little bit more this way. That way we get a little bit more of the ball on the face and we get a little bit more bang for our buck. So what we want to do, and then we're going to go into how we're going to do it, is get that situation where we can really feel that we get that ground bruised afterwards. So hopefully a little bit something like this, where we create a little bit of a divot just like that. Okay, here's how you're going to do it. Now for me, the most important part of this is how we start the downswing. But before we even look at that, you've got to have the right ball position, one of the foundations, okay? So, ball position wants to be a club head inside our left heel. And let me show you this for good reason. You're going to see on the close-up, right? Imagine I put the ball ridiculously far up in my stance. This club's already starting to work up. So the likelihood is that I'm going to bottom out early, or I'm going to catch the ball halfway up. Equally, if I put the ball too far back in my stance and it's now earlier in my arc, I'm more likely to be hitting down on it too much and taking too much loft off a club that's already not got a lot of loft. So hitting it almost into the ground like a bit of a punch shot. So nice and simple. And the way I had measured this, and this is a great one for the course and something you can take with you, ball in the middle of your stance to start with, turn the left toe out, move the right foot away, and all you're going to do is shuffle a club head in this direction. Straight away now, you've got the ball or club head inside your left heel, and you know you're in a great situation. So, start of the downswing. Think of these numbers on the screen. 5% shift, so 5% shift towards target, like if you were throwing a ball, right? And 95% turn. That's going to help you hit down the golf ball and brush that ground. Going back to the start here, and we'll put the sort of before and after on the screen technique-wise, you can see on the left how there's no real weight transfer, but on the right, I'm making a conscious effort to start my downswing with 5% shift, 95% turn. So what I would do is I'd have a bit of a practice swing going, right, okay, I'm at the top, 5% shift, 95% turn. And to initiate that shift, all I think about is, well, look where my knees start. Bring my left knee back to where it started. That's my shift. And then let the turn take care of itself. Honestly, do not overcomplicate this. Just understand that if you've got a good ball position and you transfer your weight through, this thing does the work for you. Don't scoop it.